Attraction isn't stable, it isn't logical, and it absolutely isn't guaranteed. You don't earn attraction once and keep it forever. It fluctuates, it reacts, it responds to behavior, constantly. A woman can be deeply interested in you on Monday and emotionally cold by Friday, not because she's irrational, but because attraction is highly sensitive to certain psychological triggers. And the worst part? Most men kill attraction without even realizing they're doing it. They think they're being nice, they think they're being honest, they think they're being emotionally open. But attraction doesn't care about your intentions, it reacts to perception. Let's break down the 7 behaviors that destroy attraction instantly. And be honest with yourself while watching this. Behavior number 1, over-validation. This is one of the biggest silent killers. Constant compliments, constant reassurance, constant approval. You're so amazing. You're perfect. I've never met anyone like you. Sounds harmless. But psychologically, over-validation signals low perceived value. Attraction thrives on earned validation, not unlimited supply. When validation is too easy, it loses emotional weight. Instead of feeling desired, she starts feeling like the prize you're chasing. And once that dynamic flips, attraction collapses. Quick check for you. Do you compliment too much early on? Drop a comment. Validation trap, if you've ever done this. Behavior number 2, emotional neediness. Neediness isn't about emotions, it's about dependency. Texting constantly, seeking reassurance, needing responses to feel secure. Why didn't you reply? Are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? Attraction requires emotional stability. Neediness communicates insecurity, lack of options, fragile self-worth, which triggers something powerful, psychological pressure. And pressure suffocates attraction, because attraction needs space to breathe, not obligation, not emotional responsibility. Ask yourself honestly, have you ever made a woman feel emotionally responsible for your mood? Comment neediness awareness if this hit a nerve. Behavior number 3, over-pursuing. Pursuit creates attraction. Over-pursuit destroys it. There's a difference. Healthy pursuit, intentional, confident, controlled. Over-pursuit, excessive texting, always initiating, always available, always chasing. Here's the psychological reality. Attraction needs reciprocity, tension. When one side is doing all the work, there's no tension, no uncertainty, no emotional investment required from her. You remove the very friction that creates desire. If you're always leaning forward, she never has to lean in. Comment reciprocity if you've ever realized you were chasing too hard. Behavior number 4, seeking approval. This one is subtle and deadly, changing opinions to match hers, avoiding disagreement, trying to be endlessly agreeable. Whatever she likes, you like. Whatever she thinks, you think. Men believe this builds connection. But psychologically, it signals lack of backbone. Attraction is deeply tied to perceived strength and identity. When a man appears approval-seeking, he stops feeling like a leader in the interaction. He starts feeling like a follower, and attraction rarely survives that shift. Disagreement, when calm and confident, often increases attraction, because it signals independence, self-respect, strength of character. Be honest. Do you soften your personality to be liked? Comment approval trap if you've caught yourself doing this. Behavior number 5, over-explaining yourself. This is where many men unknowingly leak power. Long explanations, defensive clarifications, trying to justify every action. I didn't text because I was busy with. I meant this when I said, let me explain. Over-explaining signals defensiveness, fear of misinterpretation, need for acceptance. Attraction responds to certainty energy. When a man constantly explains himself, he projects uncertainty. Confident behavior is often minimal, clear, direct, unbothered. You don't need to justify your existence. Comment, over-explaining, if you've ever felt like you were talking too much to defend yourself. Behavior number 6. Losing emotional control. This is attraction's nuclear bomb. Anger outbursts, jealous reactions, passive-aggressive behavior. Attraction depends heavily on perceived emotional strength. When a man becomes reactive, he communicates vulnerability in the worst way. Not healthy vulnerability, but instability. Explosive emotion creates fear, not desire. Even subtle reactions like cold withdrawal, moody responses, irritated tone shifts can rapidly erode attraction, because attraction requires a sense of emotional safety. Behavior number 7. Making her the center of your world. This one feels romantic, but attraction doesn't interpret it that way. Canceling plans, ignoring friends, revolving your life around her attention. Psychologically, this creates a dangerous imbalance. She becomes your focus. You stop being a man with a life and start becoming a man orbiting hers. Attraction thrives when a man has purpose, direction, independent fulfillment. Not when he places a woman at the center of his identity. Ironically, the more you build your world, the more attractive you become inside hers. Comment, self-focus, if you've ever caught yourself prioritizing a woman too heavily. The pattern behind all attraction killers. Notice something. Every behavior we covered shares a common thread. Power leakage. Not dominance, not arrogance, but psychological positioning. Attraction is heavily influenced by perceived value, stability, and emotional independence. When your behavior signals insecurity, dependency, approval-seeking, instability, attraction doesn't gradually fade, it often collapses, fast, silent, confusing. This is why many men say, "She just lost interest out of nowhere." No, interest reacts to behavior patterns, always. The hard truth most men avoid. Attraction is not maintained by effort, it's maintained by behavioral discipline, not playing games, but understanding dynamics, understanding tension, understanding perception. Because attraction is emotional, not logical, and emotional systems respond to signals, not intentions. If this video forced some uncomfortable realizations, good, that's where improvement starts. Drop a comment. Which behavior have you struggled with most? And if you want more content that breaks down attraction, psychology, and dating dynamics without sugarcoating, subscribe, because most advice keeps men confused. This channel doesn't.